Hey y'all, so this just like a little self-realization video, that I'm recording. Might post it, might not. But I definitely come to the realization that I am not the same person that I used to be. And I can honestly say that for sure, for real, this time. Like, I remember I was 19. Something drastic happened to me. I was in the military at the time. First time really being away from home for I think I was away from home for a year at that time I had been in. Something very drastic happened to me that I've only really shared with one person. I've had plenty of drastic things happen to me, but this particular drastic thing just put me on that journey of, self-care, self-love, prioritizing, and, actually finally living for me. So once that happened, it still took me some time. I'm 24 years old now, so give or take 5 years, to still finally get to where I was trying to be when, it came to putting myself first and not really caring too much about, I ain't gonna say caring too much about losing people or losing things or losing relationships or situations that that I cared so much about, or I was so invested in, due to me prioritizing myself, because I used to worry about that a whole lot. And once you're that kind of person, it causes you to be a people pleaser, or it causes you to not prioritize yourself, or take on other people's burdens, and you just don't say nothing about it, and you act like everything is, okay, everything is good. Yeah, so you act like everything is good, everything's okay. You always kind of the person that's stable. You have everything together majority of the time. You rarely find you out of order. Work, everything. Everything is cross the T's, dot the I's, right? But it tends to put out this outward thing about you where people can always, or you always find yourself not really being okay, because you put up so long and you push so much and you give so much and you do so much that you really haven't even done anything for yourself. People think they have, but you really have not. And I'm really just learning to actually prioritize myself for once in my life and do things for me, And nothing against people that are considered people pleasers, or people that tend to put other people above themselves. But I will say, everybody's timing is different. As you just heard me say, it took me at least still 5 years to finally even get there, after just being so used to being that way for so long. I will say that if you are that kind of person, it is best to at least try to take little baby steps to become somebody that does prioritize yourself. Because if you are not good, you still no good to no one else, and it can just be a lot on you, and it's just you carrying all this weight, when you don't have to. You just have to learn how to find that balance. But nothing wrong with helping people, nothing wrong with coming through for people. Of course, I am not saying that, but it's also nothing wrong with doing for yourself. And I will say, before, when I was the kind of person that did not prioritize myself, ended up being hurt a lot, or being used a lot, or being mistreated, or, being taken for granted a lot in different situations. And it really messed up my trust with people in general. So, it really affects you a lot. I didn't even realize how much it affected me until even just now, with the way I even see people, or the way I could have been close to somebody for years, and if I feel like at some point, I can't trust you, and it's sometimes that's probably not what it is, but it's just because of the way that I've been burnt by people, so it's just, it's you been hurt. They didn't even care. There was no apology, no empathy, no nothing, right? And at first you do seek for it, before you become healed. But once you've healed and you've self-reflected enough, and you looked at yourself to where, you know, you came to grasp with why did you put yourself in that position in the first place, and you know, you look at what you could have done better and what you could do better moving forward. It's not pretty, it's not easy, and it's not overnight, but the quicker you start to take baby steps toward it, the quicker it happens. I will say. But yeah, it's like, basically, you know, if you can relate to this, or you are that kind of person, you know, just try to treat yourself better, you know. Don't be so hard on yourself. Don't be your own worst enemy. Like, just do better by you, you know. And continue to still nurture and do better by other people.